So I'm going to select what I want exported, which is love yourself. So now I have the option, only the selected 4 shapes, which is good. That's what I want. Now we export them as STLs. I'm downloading the STL. And sometimes it takes a little bit. I think this is gonna be fast. Yeah, there we go. So there it is.
So we have the design first, and they use this tool. That's why this tool is very, very important. They use this tool to sketch it out, and then after they sketch it out, they make a drawing after their sketch, and then they take this drawing to the next phase, which is manufacturing.
It's up a little bit. You can see the 50% infill in here, quite tightly packed. And that's just the progression of the print and how it builds layer by layer. And so then if I wanted to save this, I would change the file format to G-code, and then I would export it, and then again I would put it into the flash drive or the SD card of the printer, and then I would select it to print. And then the video on the right here is a photo of the prosthetic hand that another patron printed.
So essentially this audio has been squished like this from the parts that has exceeded that threshold that you set in the first place. Think of your sound like bagels, right? If you want a nice dash of taste on there, then you put some cream cheese on. If you just want dry, plain, simple, bare bones, then just eat the bagel dry. So my point is, if you want to add a little spice and a little bit of cleanliness and punch to your sound, whatever you're doing, EQ and compression can take you a lot of the way.
These are kind of my 4 main things that I'm going to be going over today. Okay, so live streaming, podcasts and interviews, voiceovers, and music production. Cardioid polar pattern is the mic picking up the front of the mic. Omnidirectional is really good for group settings or really good for rehearsals. Figure 8 microphones, they pick up the back and the front. Shotgun mics are extremely directional for the purpose of them being part of film. When you're recording audio, you want to stay out of this red zone, right? So when you're bringing up your gain or when you're recording something and you're monitoring your levels, make sure you're staying out of this red zone, okay? You want to stay in this green zone.
Astrophotography is simply taking a photograph of an object in space, whether it's with a DSLR, the Hubble Space Telescope, or any other type of camera. And the subject matter can include from the moon to the Milky Way. And today I'll be concentrating on taking photos of the Milky Way.
I'm keyframing my position on the clip. So if I click on the clip here that I'm doing that on, right here, you see me moving up and down like that. It's kind of give the illusion of me floating. So if I zoom into this clip right here, let me move the zoom bar again, the zoom bar is in the way. You see all of these keyframes because these are modulating that position, the Y position of my body. So that's how I achieve that floating effect.
By clicking this stopwatch, I've created 2 keyframes for these 2 points where they are right now. And as we move through the timeline, you can see that the base is going to move, but those points aren't. And as we move them, it creates new keyframes for those locations.
I would go get close to the mic and clap next to both. loud enough that what it's going to do is it's going to create a spike in the audio, so that when I pull it into my program, I can just find where the spike is in the camera audio and in the lavalier audio, and I can just match them together.